Hi, my name is Patrick from Sony. I'm here today to talk to you about our Alpha DSLR cameras. Since its inception in 2006, our Alpha family has grown by leaps and bounds. With 7 cameras in our current lineup right now, we have every camera for your casual average shooter to your studio professional. With so many cameras in our current lineup, you might find choosing one a little intimidating. But once we go through them, I think you'll find that they are much easier to understand than you originally thought. Our current Alpha family can be classified into 3 different groups: our family class, our active shooter models, and our pro-level cameras. Our family class of Alphas feature 3 cameras: the Alpha 230, the Alpha 330, and the Alpha 380. Let's go through each one of these models, and I think you'll find that the differences between them are pretty easy to understand. So first with the Alpha 230. As with all of our family class models, our Alpha 230 features a smaller, lighter, more compact body than the rest of our lineup. So it's great for that first-time shooter. Also, it features 10.2 megapixels, our super steady shut inside, in-body stabilization, meaning any lens that you put on here would not have a stabilizer. The Alpha 230 also features a newly developed, easy-to-use interface that includes a built-in guide. So all you new photographers out there need not be afraid. Our Alpha 330 is essentially the same camera as the Alpha 230, but with one added advantage: our quick autofocus live view. Rounding off our family class of models is our Alpha 380. Alpha 380 is actually very similar to the Alpha 330 with one added advantage: a 14.2 megapixel CCD. Our next class of cameras is called the active shooter models, and it includes 2 cameras, the Alpha 500 and the Alpha 550. The active shooter models were designed with every kind of photographer in mind. For the beginner, the Alpha 500 and the 550 both feature our easy-to-use user interface that incorporates a built-in user guide. These 2 cameras also feature a quick autofocus live view with an interesting upgrade: face detection. Face detection is used to help the camera figure out where you want it to focus. Starting our active shooter models is our Alpha 500. The Alpha 500 features a 12.3 megapixel X-More CMOS sensor. For you more advanced users out there, both these models feature a more substantial grip to accommodate bigger lenses like this 28-75 2.8. If you want to accommodate longer lenses like this 70-200 2.8, we also have available an optional vertical grip to lower the center of gravity and make the whole setup a little bit more balanced. You could also use it for vertical portrait shooting. One of the coolest new features incorporated in these 2 new active shooter models is a feature called Auto High Dynamic Range Shooting, which takes 2 pictures, a brighter one and a darker one, and then combines them together to create one picture with a wider dynamic range. Starting our active shooter models is our Alpha 500. The Alpha 500 features a 12.3 megapixel X-More CMOS sensor. Our Alpha 500 also incorporates a 5 frame per second burst mode. The Alpha 550 is essentially the same camera as Alpha 500 with a few upgrades. We've upgraded the frame rate from 5 frames per second to 7 frames per second. We've also upgraded the screen from 230,000 pixels to 931,000 pixels. Now that's almost print quality at 200 dpi. To round up our Alpha lineup, we have here our Pro class cameras, the Alpha 850 and the Alpha 900. Both of these cameras come with body only. I've paired them up here with the 28-75 2.8 and our 24-70 2.8 Zeiss. Designed with a professional in mind, the bodies of both these cameras are made up of a light and durable magnesium alloy on top of a strong and rigid aluminum alloy skeleton. Both these cameras also feature our full-frame 24.6 megapixel X-More CMOS sensor. These 2 cameras are essentially the same. The Alpha 850 features a 24.6 megapixel X-More CMOS sensor with a 3 frame per second burst mode and a 98% coverage pentaprism. The Alpha 900 upgrades the frame rate to a 5 frame per second and 100% coverage on its pentaprism.